Oh, hell no! Dogman, the canine cryptid we've all come to know and fear. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Brookestirr Watches. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 6 of the scariest stories and sightings of Dogman from Michigan. Yes, the state of Michigan. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I do upload these videos very often. Also, I want to give you a little bit of heads up about a new podcast that me and Kenny of the North American Dogman Project are working on. It's going to be called Midnight Lycanthropy. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about that a little bit into the show today. So make sure you stay tuned, okay? Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a walk into the forest. This one right here is called the Michigan Dogman Incident, and it's by Psycho Polly. So please, you know what to do. Go put your little pretty paws up there and give it a like, okay? As well as give mine a like. Let's go.
Most famous mythical creature in each state. Michigan.
This is the Michigan Dogman. In Michigan folklore, the alleged dogman was witnessed in 1887 when a pair of lumberjacks chased a dog into a corner and poked it with a stick. When they poked it, it revealed itself to be some sort of man-dog hybrid. And like all good boys, the dogman was perfectly peaceful, but the woodsman still ran away in terror. He was described to be 7 feet tall, have blue eyes, and have a howl that sounds like a human scream. Later in 1937, in Paris, Michigan, a man was attacked by 5 wild dogs, and he said one of the 5 dogs actually walked on its hind legs. And similar reports happened in 1967. According to legend, the Michigan Dogman actually appears every 10 years on years ending in 7. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula. And this creature was unknown to the modern world until the late 1900s, but it's said to have been stalking the Manistee River since the days of the Ottawa tribes.
What state should I do next?
Oh, I remember that guy. He always cracks me up. Okay, so this one right here is called One of the Best Dogman Videos, Close and Clear, and it was filmed, I guess, on 6/12/18, and it's by Wayne Wilson. So you know what to do. Put your little pretty paws up on Wayne's like button, as well as put them up on mine. Oh.
Something up there on that hill.
Holy crap. Hold on. Now, of course it's blurry when I hit it. Now, I see immediately what he's talking about. If this is not an AKA blob squatch, as they call it, air quote, blob squatch, I actually see it. And I'll circle it for you. But to me, that is, yeah, I definitely see. I mean, it could be a bear, but it's very well camouflaged. Like I said, if it's not a blob squatch, which, man, a lot of the foliage and stuff, like I can see right here with this tree and stuff, that can make it almost look like a snout, but I don't know. Even like when I back it up a little bit, it still kind of looks like a dog face.
Thought so.
See if it moves any.
Maybe that red one with the black face. Oh, looks like him.
Actually, I see a lot. It's like...
Could be the one that run by, too.
Oh. I think I did see it move a little bit. Just like the smallest bit. It kind of just like... Wow, guys, that is creepy. What do you think that is? Do you think that is a real dog man, or do you think it's a blob squatch? So this one right here is called The Mysterious Ancient Legend of the Dogman Monster of Michigan. And it's by Unexplained Mysteries. So you know what to do. Go give it a like, okay?
All across North America are reports and tales of a creature that's become known as the Dogman. It's been described as looking like a strange werewolf-like creature and seems to possess supernatural strength and abilities. Some eyewitnesses have often compared the creature to a more dog-like Sasquatch, whereas others believe it to be more of a werewolf beast and at the centre of skinwalker legends. Interestingly, for the past 60 years there have been many reports about these creatures, and as with most of these tales, the majority of these stories follow a similar theme. Researchers have managed to pinpoint the first Dogman sighting to 1887. This was said to have occurred in Wexford County. The story goes that two lumberjacks were having a conversation when one of them spotted something mysterious. He described it as having a man's body and a dog's head. When they noticed it, they quickly left the scene, not wanting to stay and risk getting hurt by the large creature. Fast forward to 1961 and a security guard witnessed something similar in Big Rapids, Michigan. Most of the encounters with these creatures are just stories, and there is no way of backing up what the individual saw. However, the security guard remembered that he had a camera on him, and was in fact able to snap a picture of the large beast. Those who have analysed it says it matches other eyewitness descriptions of the Dogman.
That's crazy.
Although the majority of the Dogman sightings are from Michigan, there have been some outside of this area that have come forward with similar experiences.
Dang, guys, what do you think about that? That is crazy. What do you think? Do you think that picture was real or fake? I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I think back then it was harder to fake images. So, I don't know. I think that's actually real. Whether it's a Dogman or not, I don't know. But I do think something was captured there. But let me know what you think about it in the comments below. So, these next videos are going to be from Kenny, aka Star Fox Media, here on YouTube. He's part of the North American Dogman Project, but if you've seen my other videos, I have mentioned Kenny before, and we actually are starting a new podcast. It's going to be called Midnight Lycanthropy. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. I think me and Kenny make a great team with Dogman. He's got so much information that, you know, it's mind blowing, and our conversations just run so smoothly. I'm like, you know what? We might as well just start a podcast about Dogman. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that, and let's go ahead and give Kenny the stage now.
Michigan, home to the Manistee National Park, one of the most densely forested areas in the United States of America. For hundreds of years, people have reported seeing an upright, bipedal, black, wolf-like creature with red eyes. Something has been taking people when they think that they're in their tents and have the comfort of the evening. What is it? What is taking these people? What are the howls that they're hearing? What are the footprints that they're seeing? What is this creature? Is it the Dogman? Well, our next witness, Brian Barber, he has a story that may help convince you. Viewer discretion is advised.
So this is Brian telling his
story.
This is
Brian, and I'm calling to give you my mom's account of what happened to her in the early 1960s. And it was an encounter that late one night, everybody was sitting in their house in Newaygo, Michigan, which is very close to Manistee National Forest. They were reading and watching TV when all of a sudden a dog that they had, a German Shepherd, was barking outside. And then the dog yiped. And within a minute of the dog yiping, obviously everybody was concerned and were standing up. And that German Shepherd came through the window with the chain wrapped around its neck, dead. The neck had been snapped. So something threw the German Shepherd through the window. Right away, my grandpa was a former World War II soldier. They pushed the china cabinet in front of the window to block the window. And as they were doing that, something began banging on the door and trying to jiggle the door handle and bang on the door some more. And then it stopped. My grandpa and my mom's family had 7 children, 4 boys, 3 girls. He grabbed all the boys and gave them all guns. They went outside with flashlights, and it was hazy. They could hear something walking around and something growling, but they couldn't see anything with the haze. Even with the flashlights, it wouldn't get near enough. So my grandpa didn't want to get ambushed. What they did was they got out the ladder, they climbed on the roof, and the 4 boys each had a flashlight. And my grandpa had like a spotlight for like shining deer and stuff, and they sat up there. And then when they were going to get a clear shot, they were going to shoot if whatever it was came back. At one point, they did get a clear view of something big, black, with a great big wolf's head on it. Wasn't a safe shot. Then it kind of disappeared into the haze, and then began still walking around, kind of growling, and you could hear it just outside the flashlight range. They sat up there till dawn, and it was only an hour or so before dawn was when they could hear whatever it was walk off. So they stayed up there everybody had a rifle or a shotgun all night. And then when dawn came, they went down, they finally climbed down off the roof, went inside. That was when they figured out that the German Shepherd had his neck snapped. And so it wasn't shortly after that the family did wind up packing up and they moved to Lake Ann. That's their story that I had heard when I was younger. And so I didn't want to repeat it until I asked my mom more details. So, she again repeated the fact that the dog got thrown through the window with the chain wrapped around its neck. So whatever it was impossibly strong, which was really odd that the fact that something that big and strong would try the door, but that's what it was. And they sat up there the whole night in the freezing cold with rifles and shotguns waiting and hoping to get a shot at this thing. And they never did have any problems after that. So, but it was at the Manistee National Forest, which was a hotbed of activity. And this was back in the early 60s before it was popular to talk about this. That's why the story never got retold until now.
So this next one is also from Kenny. It's called, Is This Another Sighting of the Michigan Dogman? And of course it's by Star Fox Media, so please make sure you go give his video a like and him a follow, as well as like my video. Thanks, guys. Put them pretty little paws up there, whether they be fox paws or wolf paws or coyote paws or jackal paws.
A man in northern Michigan is out enjoying a walk in an isolated part of the forest when his dog becomes uneasy. Looking over, he sees a large, black, wolf-like creature hiding in the brush amongst the trees. As the man and his dog approach, this huge black creature stands up and charges over to his dog. Take a look at his front 2 legs. Look how long they are. They almost look like arms. It's pretty crazy.
Whoa.
Let's take a watch and listen in real time.
Okay. First of all, protect your dog, man. Don't let him go over there. I would crap my pants if my dog went over there. Oh, hell no. Look how massive that thing is. Oh,
Next time
no.
you
Oh,
decide to
hell
take
no.
a walk in the forest, you should probably keep your dog on a leash and bring a lot more than the camera on your cell phone. To me,
Yeah, seriously.
Our final encounter happened in 2017 in the Manistee National Forest. 59-year-old Joe Barger, a trucker, is transporting a large load to a mill in northern Michigan. As he is driving through the dense forest, his truck begins acting somewhat erratic. Pulling over, Joe gets out and hops underneath to take a look because he has a pretty good idea as to what it is that's occurring with his truck. As he's working on it, he begins to hear strange rustling and growling coming from somewhere in the brush. Looking over, Joe is terrified to see an upright, bipedal, massive werewolf staring at him. Quickly running back into his truck, he starts it up and begins driving. As he's pulling away, he sees the creature standing in the middle of the road before sprinting towards his truck. As Joe is driving, he looks over and sees the massive Dogman trying to open his passenger door and gain access to his big rig. Quickly grabbing a Magnum that he had with him, Joe looks in the direction of the Dogman and fires around right through the orbit of the animal's eye, and it drops to the ground before rolling off. Joe, unsure as to what he had seen, stops and turns around to try to maybe potentially find what it was that he had just shot. Upon returning to the area, he sees a young couple standing on the side of the road and warns them of what it is he had just saw. The young couple proceeds to tell him they had just seen what looked like two large dogs the size of potentially a bear fighting with each other. Unable to find the corpse, Joe went back on his way. For the next few months, Joe was harassed by local police force, government officials, and other members that had claimed Joe had killed one of their military assets. Barger also said his accounts were frozen, and everywhere he went, he could see these people following him. Thanks for tuning in tonight. As I said, this is going to be a weekly show with Brookestirr and myself. So hopefully we can teach you some imperative information about the Dogman phenomenon.
Well, everyone, what did you think of those 6 scary Dogman sightings from Michigan? Let me know in the comments below. Also, how do you feel about me and Kenny's new podcast, Midnight Lycanthropy? I can't wait to get started on it. It's going to be every Thursday, okay, guys? So make sure you tune in every Thursday. Have you ever had a Dogman encounter or a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, any kind of encounter? Let us know in the comments below, or you can email me. I'm going to throw my email up there, so feel free to send me a video, a voice recording. You can write your story to me, however, which way you want to do. And until the next time, guys, bye!